You ever just sit there, completely still, not doing anything wrong, and out of nowhere, this flat, hollow feeling shows up? No reason, no trigger, just off. How many times has that been you? You scroll your phone, nothing. You put on music, still nothing. You tell yourself to cheer up, and somehow that makes it worse. Here's what nobody tells you. Your brain can switch out of that state in 15 seconds. No fixing your life. No positive thinking. No forcing motivation. 3 brain tricks. Rooted in real neuroscience. And you can use all 3 right now during this video. But stay until trick 3. Because that one doesn't just lift your mood. It rewires how your brain responds to bad moods going forward. Okay, quick piece of biology. And this one actually matters. Your brain was not built to make you happy. It was built to keep you alive. And those are 2 completely different jobs. Your brain is constantly scanning, predicting threats, keeping you safe. Happiness? That's a side effect, not the priority. But, and this is where it gets interesting, because your brain is so reactive, so wired to respond to signals, you can actually hijack it. Send it the right signal, and your emotional state shifts, almost immediately. That's exactly what these 3 tricks do. They don't fix your life. They send your brain a different signal, and your brain responds. Trick 1. The face feedback switch. Takes 15 seconds. Do this right now. Alright, this one's going to sound almost too simple. Come on, just try it. I promise it's not what you think. Your brain doesn't just create emotions. It also reads your body to figure out how you feel. Most people think the emotion comes first, then the face follows. But research shows it works both ways. Your face sends signals back to your brain, and your brain uses those signals to calibrate your emotional state. So, do this with me, right now. Gently raise your eyebrows, soften your jaw. Let the corners of your mouth lift just slightly. Not a big smile, just a soft, natural lift. Hold it for 15 seconds. I'll wait. Did you feel that? Even slightly? That wasn't your imagination. Your brain received a physical signal that said, we're safe. And when your brain registers safety, it dials back the stress response. Gives the green light for the feel-good stuff. You didn't force a happy thought. You bypassed the thinking brain entirely. Change the signal first. The feeling follows. Works even when your mood feels completely stuck. Because your brain responds to body cues faster than it responds to conscious thought. Trick 2. The name it to tame it reset. 10 seconds. Stops the spiral. Okay, so you can signal your body to calm down. But what about when your head won't stop going? You know that state. Replaying a conversation from earlier. Jumping to worst-case scenarios. Spinning on something you said 3 days ago. The emotional part of your brain has taken the wheel. Logical you? Just a passenger. Here's how to flip that in under 10 seconds. The moment you notice stress, anxiety, irritation, or that heavy fog, say it. Out loud or silently. 1 sentence. I'm feeling anxious. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm feeling frustrated. That's the whole trick. No analysis, no fixing. Just name it. Whatever's been sitting in the back of your mind today, name it right now. 1 sentence. Out loud if you can. Just say what you're actually feeling. Something just shifted, right? Here's why. The moment you label an emotion, your brain activates the prefrontal cortex, your rational processing center. And that region immediately pulls authority away from the emotional centers that were driving the spiral. You go from being inside the storm to watching it from a window. Same feelings, completely different relationship to them. The spiral can't sustain itself once you've labeled it. You're not suppressing anything, not fixing anything, just observing. And that observation interrupts the loop almost immediately. Drop a number below. 1 if you're going to use the face feedback switch most. 2 if the name it reset resonates more. I want to know which one actually lands for people. Trick 3. The micro-win dopamine hit. Takes 15 seconds. Triggers happiness on demand. Alright, I said to stay for this one. Here's why it's different from the first two. Most people think dopamine, your brain's motivation and reward chemical, gets released when you accomplish something big. Land the promotion. Finish the project. Hit the goal. So we spend our days waiting for those big moments to feel good. Come on. Think about how often that actually pays off. Here's what the research actually says. Dopamine releases during progress, not completion. Even tiny progress, almost trivial progress, counts. Which means you don't have to wait for the big win. You just need a micro win, right now. Pick one action, 15 seconds or less. Straighten your posture right now. Take one slow breath. Drink a sip of water. Tick one tiny thing off your list. Do it before I continue. Seriously, I'll wait. That tiny thing you just did? Your brain just got a hit of dopamine. It detected forward movement and rewarded you for it. And that dopamine doesn't just feel good in the moment. It raises your baseline motivation, sharpens your focus, tilts your whole emotional state toward optimism. Motivation is a result of action, not a prerequisite for it. This is why starting anything is always the hardest part. Once you generate even the tiniest bit of momentum, your brain actually helps you continue. Dopamine breeds more dopamine. Bad mood? Micro win. Low energy? Micro win. Completely stuck? Micro win. You don't need big changes. You need movement, and your brain will meet you there. Now put all three together. That flat feeling shows up. You soften your face. Signal safety to your brain. You name whatever you're feeling. One sentence. Interrupt the spiral. You do one tiny action. Give your brain a chemical reward. Total time? Under a minute. Not because life changed, not because you forced anything, but because you learned where the switches are. These aren't habits you need months to build. They're switches. You can flip them anytime, anywhere. Happiness isn't something that happens to you when the circumstances align. It's something your brain already knows how to produce. Now you know how to ask for it. Save this one. The next time that hollow feeling shows up, come back. These 3 tricks work every time. Share it with one person who needs this today. One person. They'll genuinely thank you for it. If you're not here to stay average, subscribe. And if you want to understand what's happening in your brain when you can't stop overthinking, when the loops just won't turn off, that video is right here. I'll see you there.